Hey guys, welcome back to our channel and the very first video of 2023. From now on, the videos will keep on coming regularly. Let's move into the video. So in this video, I'm going to solve this question on Stratascratch regarding Churro activity date, both using Python as well as MySQL, and try to walk you through how we can develop solutions to such problems. The difficulty level of this question is easy, and this question has been asked in City of Los Angeles interviews. Okay, the question reads, find the activity date and PE description of facilities with the name Street Churros and with a score of less than 95 points. So basically we are given a data frame called Los Angeles Restaurant Health Inspections, and our expected output is a pandas data frame with two different columns, activity date and PE description. Let's inquire about this data frame called Los Angeles Restaurant Health Inspections, right? So you have a different number of columns, activity date, facility name, score, service code, and a whole lot of other information. You also have the P description column, right? So basically what you need to do is we need to do Boolean indexing twice, right? So the thing is, firstly, we need to limit that, okay, the name of the facility, right? The facility name should be Street Churros, and then the score column should have a value less than 95, right? So this is the name of the data frame, right? Which is very wrong as well. But yeah, so what we can do is from this data frame Los Angeles Restaurant Health Inspection, let me copy this, and then we need to perform Boolean indexing, right? So this and then from the column called facility name, right, it should be equal to Street Churros, right? Street Churros. And then what should be is that, this should come in parentheses because we need to apply a second filter as well, right? So and then the second one should be that from this data frame, from the column called score, it should be less than 95, right? So if this is correct, then you return the rows. So let me run this, right? So let's see what we are getting. So now if you look at it, right, so facility name is Street Churros and the score is less than 95. So you have that. Now what we can do is let's save this in a data frame called df. Now if you look at it, right, so if I run and see df, so if you look activity date, it is a date time. However, in the output it should be a date, right? It is not a date time, it is just a date. So how can you convert a date time to a date? Then we can use the library called date time. So let's import date time, right? Import date time as dt, right? So then from this data frame that we just created, let's change the value type of activity date, right? So df activity date is equal to df activity date, right? Activity date dot date time dot date, right? So it will convert it into a date from date time. So if I run this, let's see what we are getting. So now if you can look at it, right, so activity date is now actually a date. Now we are only required to keep two columns, right? Activity date and P description. So we can supply that list of columns that we want. So activity date, right, and the second column is going to be PE description, right? So let me run this now. Let's see what we are getting. So yeah, I think our output is same as expected output. Let me go ahead and submit it to pass all the test cases. So everything is green, and this is how we do it. Now let's see how the corresponding code looks like in MySQL. If you look at it, the question is same, expected output is same as well, right? And if you preview this, then like if you will see that the information is same as well. And here, if you can see, it is activity date is also a it is actually a date, it is not a date time, right? So what we can do is, again, from this table called Los Angeles Restaurant Health Inspection, we need to perform two where clauses, right? So basically filtration. So where the facility name, right, so where the facility name is equal to Street Churros, right, and what should be the case that score is less than 95, right? In those cases, what we need to do is we need to keep only activity date and then the second column should be PE description. Now, what if this was not right? So here activity date in this table, like the task has been made simpler for us that it is actually a date, right? But what if it was not a date? So then you need to just write select to underscore date of this. So basically to date changes the date from a date time to an actual date, right? So P description. Okay, let me run this. Let's see what we're getting. So now if you see activity date and P description, they match the expected output. Let me go ahead and submit it to pass all the test cases. So everything is green, and this is how we do it. So yeah, very simple question. All we had to do was, from this data frame or table, Los Angeles restaurant health inspections, we filtered only those rows where facility name is street churros and the score is less than 95, and then for them we return the activity date. And if the activity date is not actually a date like it is required in the output, then you need to convert it appropriately and return the second column P description. So let me know if there is a better way or a more efficient way you can think of to solve this question. Let the solution be in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video.